285 snakes unleashed at the same time. This Janet's walking like he... This little blue penguin waddled back to the ocean like it was entirely his idea the whole time. The world's first known albino slow loris is going back where she belongs. This male greater one-horned rhino was translocated from Chitwan to Bardia, part of Nepal's conservation success.
Made the right call.
Rescued from a dangerous area, this croc was released in a safer habitat by animal control. It lunged out like it had zero interest in staying, thanks. The gate opens, and the forest welcomes back a king. Just hope there are no campers around. This great blue heron came back to the rookery, and the rookery welcomed her with open arms. A 14-foot-long crocodile was released back into Dunma Nature Park. This is certified apex predator energy.
Imagine how long this little guy had been waiting for this moment.
This snowshoe hare was released and immediately became impossible to see. Months of care at Willbrook, and today, this bird gets a whole sky back. They were just waiting for a chance to matter again. The cliff didn't need a send-off speech. That drop did the talking. This forest just got a whole lot more interesting.
We gotta get you out.
This coyote was freed from a leg hold trap by wildlife officials. Scared, but uninjured. But when she was being set free, she didn't even want to leave. Something tells me this girl is gonna be back to visit this man releasing her. From still to sprint in one heartbeat. Safe from smugglers, this rare pangolin finally curls into safety again. It's the first time in years these bighorn sheep have been free in Utah's Antelope Island. New bloodlines, new terrain, same wild instincts. She ran like she knew it. One of North America's most endangered mammals is back home. A couple of bighorns return to Catalina Island.
Put you into a box with a tasty steak dinner.
This roan antelope is rare and completely done with humans for the foreseeable future.
Seconds, these little ones are about to experience their home for the very first time.
Here's a cute joke for you. What did the porcupine say to the cactus? Yamato survived a boat accident. After months of recovery, he is now back where he belongs, the open ocean.
He's coming. Oh my goodness.
This porcupine was found, caught, and returned to the Michigan wilderness with maximum quill energy. To take back its domain. Rescued from fishing nets and very happy to be set free.
Может, мне как-то что-то подставить? Вась, больно будет, не поймай. О, ты умничка, умничка. Давай, давай, давай. Побежала,
male grizzlies can weigh upwards of 1,000 pounds and stand roughly 7 feet tall.
There's movement. What's her name? Oh, that's nice. There you go.
The best part of this release is that the family was kept together. This osprey knew exactly where she needed to go. These guys worked so hard to release a wolf, only for it to run away with a stick. Don't worry, he got out of it. And you know, they're already up to no good. Charolais bulls are known for their size, muscle, and drive. Safe to say, he's got all three, and the ladies love it.
These parrots were sadly captured by poachers, but thankfully they were rescued.
Nearly 100 wild horses were released in Nevada after roundup and fertility control. Here, it's not just about letting them go, it's about letting them stay. This bald eagle was grounded with a wing injury. Now, after surgery and rehab, it's flying again near the Mississippi River. One strong flap, it was like nothing ever happened. Greg the koala always taking his sweet time.
Meet Pigeon and Amber, two sea lions finally set free in the ocean after being rescued. After everything they've been through, they're finally back where they belong, enjoying their freedom. This predator tried to attack a man out of fear. At first, it didn't realize it had been set free and kept defending itself. But once it understood it could escape, it dashed straight for freedom.
And as always, they're usually a little... There we go, there we go. All right, watching them go off, yep.
This ferocious ferret is already back running the place. The owl pauses, reads the wind, and then gone. Like a shadow. This coyote got one look at open land and was gone. Raspberry, a female giant Pacific octopus, was returned to Puget Sound after her stay in human care. Getting fitted with a GPS tracker, this alligator is now part of a University of Georgia study. The device logs his location every hour, so yeah, he's basically on Find My Reptile.
Check out this whale shark, rescued and finally returning to the ocean.
11 young zebras were released at Ukuwela Conservancy in KwaZulu-Natal, South Africa. Their new From trapped in a truck for hours to the open savanna in seconds, these elephants are well on their way to a peaceful life. This is classic fox energy.
À, ủa, chị thấy ấy, đi video. Ê, cháu, mình chưa cháu, tụi nó kìa, cháu.
اللهم صل على محمد.
People were worried the eagle wouldn't be able to take off right after weeks of rehab.
I have to know that's the case.
Time to release the platypus. Unleash the Kraken. Oregon Zoo releasing zoo-reared leopard frogs into the wild. Another group of flamingos heading back home. Freedom never looked so coordinated. From holding pens to open range, this is what these guys really live for. This rare Amur tiger was relocated after preying on village dogs. Now, he's free in protected wilderness. After months of recovery, these pelicans stretch their wings and take off like they never left. Hey, a new dam was long overdue anyway.
Young pythons there. Lovely. These are all pythons today. Coastal species. Yeah.
A whole group of young pythons released at once. Yikes!
Yeah, drape them on a bush like that so that they can make their own way.
This caiman was released after being tagged and checked by a vet as part of a population control study. It was clearly ready for this moment.
She gets the whole field. This dolphin was tangled and terrified until this good Samaritan came to his rescue. Two orphan cubs, finally free and charging into the wild to... The doors open, and suddenly... the sky fills with wings. Back into nature, no more stinking up homes. With a characteristically slow and measured return to paradise. These young male saigas were bred in Russia's Liman district to help restore a vanishing species. You're watching one of the rarest antelope species returning to a land they nearly disappeared from. And 4.7 meters of raw power set free. After surviving a cruel trap, this badger's home is freedom. Those happy leaps tell you everything you need to know.
After a long journey, these elephants have finally found their freedom. For the first time in their lives, they get to call the shots and decide how to spend their day. It's months cooped up in a barn, and it's seriously heartwarming. Turns out humans aren't the only ones who want to run and jump when they're happy. This is how they celebrate their first...
Nursed back to health in Belgium and released into the North Sea. Look, I know every animal deserves to be released, but maybe we can make one long exception.
Free elephant. Make sure your flashes off. Off you go.
Не бойся. Выходи. Давай. Отлично. Давай, давай, давай. Давай. Thanks, beautiful. Later.
All 8 arms are ready for this release.
Pick him up, let him go. Let him go. There you go, buddy.
He doesn't have time for this, he has tunnels to dig. They're like roommates parting ways after college. Caracals, wild and absolutely electric, stepping back into the landscape they were made for.
Just enjoyed stretching its wings with all the cameras snapping away. What a charismatic bird.
After months in a boma learning to hunt, this cheetah finally stepped back into the wild. Her brief pause and glance back felt like a silent thank you to her rescuers. These penguins were released near Algoa Bay, now a marine protected area and critical for the species' survival. After rehabilitation, this golden eagle caught a thermal and climbed into the sky like she never left. After 4 months of rehab, this orphan cub was released back into the wild near Orange County. She and her sister were rescued after their mother was tragically hit by a car. But now, they have a second chance at a wild and healthy life. Hyenas get a bad rap, but you can't deny, seeing this one regain its freedom is pretty wholesome.
A group of 165 red deer were moved to a new region to be released.
Raspberry, a female giant Pacific octopus, was returned to Puget Sound after her stay in human care. They're solitary, smart, and hard to say goodbye to, but she's exactly where she belongs.
当猫咪遇到胶带的时候，会有什么化学反应呢？
Natural habitat at Gir Forest National Park in India.
This sloth bear fell into a well on a rainy night in India, but the real danger came during the rescue. With no tranquilizers and no margin for error, it was released under extreme risk. Releasing it was a gamble, but it paid off. You can tell he's already planning his next trash raid. Mr. Platypus, looking like a completely made-up animal being handed back to nature. Watch out, Mountain. The bighorn sheep are back. And surprisingly quick, this armadillo paused for a second, then scurried straight into the brush.
This next release
who had raised these orphaned joeys and cared for them as if they were their own children.
Hi.
This bobcat was taken into rehab after a traumatic vehicle accident and returned to the wild after surgery, healthy, alert, and ready to... 13 parrots who have probably been chattering about this day non-stop.
Hear the squeaking? That might be his family calling for him.
This is as wholesome as it gets.
Go on. Go on. Yeah, go get your mom.
2 orphan manatees with a much-needed release. Months ago, this coyote was on death row. 3 months later, it's healed and back where it belongs. You can bet he's gonna start howling about this later. She's so excited, she didn't even wave goodbye. These twin black bear cubs spent the winter in rehab after losing their mother. Now, they're back in the Montana wild, stronger and ready to go. After recovering from fish tackling injuries, the wild pelicans head back home. Alright, I'm out. Thanks for the snacks.
Get out of here. Yeah, goodbye. You know, I can jump in it. An accident.
A pair of beavers, a mom and her baby, were moved from a village to a spring in Wyoming. They didn't.
Saiga antelopes, one of the planet's most ancient species, are reclaiming the Russian steppe. Every year, thousands of baby sea turtles are released in Mazatlan, Mexico. You're looking at 520 in this clip. One last look to say thank you, and it's goodbye forever. The Northern Arapaho tribe welcome bison back to their land. This one's not thrilled about cameras, but he's free.